Do you sometimes wonder if you're doing the right thing while sending an email? I'm going to show you how to handle professional email communication effectively. So keep watching this video. Hello, language lovers. Welcome back to my channel. Without further ado, let's jump right in. I'm going to share with you 16 email etiquettes. Number one, use professional address. Use professional address. Your email address should reflect your name or business, and it should be appropriate for the context. For example, you can say kenny.john at gmail.com, or you can use your business contact at businessname.com. So what you shouldn't do in professional setting is to avoid using casual or inappropriate email addresses in professional settings. For example, partygirl123 at gmail.com. No, it doesn't sound professional. Number two, write a clear and descriptive subject line. For example, your subject line, that's the subject of the email, should summarize the content and the purpose of the email. For example, meeting confirmation for October 12, 2024. Or, example two, follow up on the marketing proposal. So, what you should do is avoid using vague or misleading subjects. For example, just important. It's kind of vague. Or just hi. It's also vague. Make your subjects summarize the content of your email. So let's move on to the next etiquette. Start with a proper greeting. Start with a proper greeting. Use a formal greeting for professional emails, especially when addressing someone you don't know. When addressing someone you don't know well, when addressing someone you don't really have a relationship with, use a formal greeting. For example, dear Mr. Johnson, or hello, Dr. Kate. Now, this is what you shouldn't do. Avoid overly casual greetings unless you have an established rapport. For example, hey there, or yo, what's up? Mm-mm, do not use that. No, don't do that. Always be formal, especially when it has to do with professional emails. And then we have the next one. Introduce the purpose of the email early. Introduce the purpose early. Set the purpose of your email in your first or second sentence. For example, I'm reaching out to request for a meeting to discuss the upcoming project. I'm reaching out to request for a meeting to discuss the upcoming project. Now, don't leave your recipient guessing about the purpose of your email. For example, just wanted to check in, or hope you're doing well anyway. No. All right, so let's move to the next one. Keep the email brief and to the point. So be concise and stick to its main purpose. So always keep it short and precise, to the point. Now, let's see the next tip. Use proper grammar, punctuation, and spelling. And proofread your email before you send. Don't just send immediately you're done with it. Read it over again before you send. Avoid informal shortcuts, slangs, or careless mistakes. For example, let's see the sentence. Thanks for, that's THX, thanks for the figure 4. You are help. Looking forward to your response. That's so unprofessional. Avoid all those informal shortcuts. They're so unprofessional. Then the next one is be mindful of your tone. Be mindful of your tone. use polite professional language, and maintain a polite tone. For example, I appreciate your assistance with this text. Please let me know if you need any additional information. Now, avoid sounding rude, demanding, impatient, or overly informal. For example, I need this done ASAP, ASAP. Let me know if you have any issues. That was so informal. Now, that was not polite at all. All right. Next one is use professional sign-offs. Always use a courteous sign-off. Act prepared to the formality of the situation. For example, best regards, sincerely, kind regards, warm regards. So avoid casual or abrupt sign-offs which may come across as unprofessional. For example, letter. See ya. That's so unprofessional. Please don't use that. So the next one is avoid replying to all unnecessarily. Reply only to those that need to see your response. Avoid using reply all unless everyone on the email thread needs to see your response. Now imagine sending a thank you message to all the 20 people on an email thread. Well, that's a lot. So please avoid that. Just send a response to the people that need to see it. All right, so let's get to the next one. Use CC, that's carbon copy, and BCC, that's blind copy, wisely. Okay, if you want your manager, for example, to share in the progress updates of a client, you can put him in the copy of an email, not the whole company. So minimize the number of recipients you copy. You use that CC for. And also blind copy BCC means blind carbon copy. If you add someone on the BCC, that means that you don't want the main recipient of the email to know about that. So don't use BCC when sending an email to a large list of recipients who don't know each other. And don't also carbon copy everybody in the company for a minor update that necessarily doesn't concern them. So use carbon copy CC and blind carbon copy BCC wisely. And the next one is be careful with attachments. If you have an attachment, don't forget to mention it. For example, you can say, I've attached the quarter 3 financial report for your review. And don't forget to attach the document after mentioning it. Imagine saying, I've attached the document, but there is no attachment. That's unprofessional. Okay, let's go to the next one. Avoid overuse of urgency. What do I mean by that? Avoid creating unnecessary pressure by overusing urgency. For example, ASAP, get this done now. Do not put unnecessary pressure when sending an email. And then the next one is be mindful of time zones. This is very important. Be mindful of time zones. Always consider the recipient's time zone and working hours before sending an email. Avoid sending emails at night unless absolutely necessary. Imagine sending an email at 2 a.m. with an expectation of immediate response. That's not possible. I should be sleeping by that time. All right, let's get to the next one. Respond to emails promptly. Respond to emails promptly. Reply to emails in 24 to 48 hours, even if just to acknowledge receipt. For example, thank you for the email. I'm currently reviewing the document and will send my feedback by tomorrow. That is polite. So please avoid ignoring emails for long periods without a response. Imagine not replying an important email for a week. That's not professional at all. That's not professional. All right, let's move to the next one. Avoid sending emotionally charged emails without careful consideration. So avoid sending an angry email response immediately after a conflict, which you may later regret. So always make sure you're in a good mood before you send a response. And then we get to the next one, which is the final one, which is the last one. Avoid unnecessary emails. Wow, this is very profound. That means don't just send emails that are not necessary. So before sending an email, always ask yourself if this email is necessary or if the information could be communicated more effectively. For example, instead of sending multiple emails, you can consolidate several updates into one email, and that saves you time. So always avoid sending redundant or trivial emails. For example, sending an email to say thanks to a large group when it could have been said in person or even skipped, it's really not necessary. So please, when a mail is not necessary, then don't send it. There you have it, guys. 16 email etiquettes that can make your email look more professional. I hope you did learn something. Let me know what you learned in the comments section. Do like my video so it can get to a larger audience, and also subscribe if you're yet to do so. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified each time I drop a lesson. Every lesson is invaluable. I will see you in the next one, guys. You take care. Bye.